Hello and welcome to the Playcast. Okay, haven't played this in over a week. I was kind of under the weather and wasn't really looking to spend any more time in front of the computer than ever or than necessary in the evenings. So I don't remember what I was doing, if anything, here. But that's typical. So. Figure it out. I know that one. This is video number 2 for the day. I did a programming one earlier. This one will be longer, but hopefully less work. Okay, I guess I got everything. I guess I must have just put those truffles in there yesterday. There's no truffle oil yet, so they must not have been in there very long. Anyway, I've been working on, at least in my head, working on the idea of the Commodore 128 version of this. Not, well, like I keep saying, it's not really going to be anywhere close to this, but anyway, the Commodore 128 farming game. Been planning it mostly in my head at this point, but I'll be starting to put some things into putting some things into text pretty soon. I said I would do all the planning on, on the, not a stream, because I'm not live streaming, but I said I would do all the planning on video, and it's basically true, but I still, you gotta think a little bit ahead of time. You can't just sit there while people watch you and think. So you gotta at least get the ideas kicked around a little bit. Have something that you're working from. I do anyway. Let's see, what do we got here? Don't have very many parsnip seeds. Bean. No, they're there. Got enough bean seeds. Don't have very many strawberry seeds, so let's do that. I keep kicking the question around of which screen to program the thing on, and I guess this isn't really the place to hash that out too much, but I'm about out of, no, I got tomatoes there, that's right. Basically I got to figure out, on the one hand, it'll probably better for the game to use the 40 column screen like most games do, because that's the one that's good for games. On the other hand, it would be more appropriate for the series that I'm doing if I use the other screen, the 80 column screen. Because that's specific to the machine I'm coding for, and it's something that not that many people have done, and so on. But I don't know if that's going to be a good enough reason to use it, or if it'd make more sense to save that for some other program and do this game where it would be best done. That's kind of the way I'm leaning at this point. Anyway. Oh, I gotta plant some stuff, don't I? Running around, la la la. Got some strawberries, and let's see what takes. Potatoes take 6 days. Nothing really takes, well, cauliflower takes longer. Too long. Too late for cauliflower. I'll just plant potatoes everywhere. How about that? Let's plant strawberries here, and then potatoes everywhere else. I'm consistently picking up subscriptions still on my videos. In fact, kind of seemed like a few extra today, more than usual. It's up to not quite 90, I don't think, but there were like 3 or 4 today, so I'm wondering if I got bumped up to the front page a little bit or something, because that's unusual to get that many in a day. Hi to Pam. We're half buddies. I've already spent a good chunk of the day, so I guess I'll spend it visiting people. Check this out. Clint wants copper ores. I don't know if I have. Probably too late to do that one, really. Let's go see if I've got copper ores. However many of them he wanted. 35. One thing in my game, there will not be any void chickens. There will not be any weird things like that. I don't think, anyway. Not planning on anything like that. I plan on everything being actual things. Not that there can't be any fantasy elements, but as far as the things you grow, I think the things you grow, I'll keep all them actual things. Yeah, you probably have. It's really probably not worth going too far out of your way to get those salmon berries, not in year 2. In year 1, you're still kind of, can use anything. Everything's valuable. But in year 2, they're probably not really. I don't have anything to do. Just bringing my ores. finally had a pretty good break in our weather here. We're finally supposed to get, for the foreseeable future, 50 or better during the day, and like 30s or better during the night. So big improvement. And one chance of rain this week. If we could just miss that, things could dry out a lot, which we could use. Everything's pretty well soaked right now. It's hard to get around off the roads. But if we could just have that rain miss us, then things would probably get dried out pretty well. I'd be able to get in the garden and things. Right now the garden's just a mud hole. Finish that. I don't know what my situation on wood is. Probably still could use some. I do have my forest up there. As long as I'm here. I just said it's probably not worth getting these salmon berries, and yet I'm still doing it. It's definitely an addictive game. I mean, there's something about it that you want to do the things. Makes you want to do the things. I was working on a TV for someone this weekend, and a lot of TVs that came out in the past, I don't know, 15 years or so, and computer monitors are a little this way too, but they were made with cheap capacitors, and so the capacitors a lot of times overheat and fail. I guess I already checked in there, didn't I? And then what generally happens then is the unit can still run, at least for a while, but it's hard to turn it on and off. I've got this one monitor here that when it's cooled down, when it hasn't been on for a while, because the monitors turn themselves on and off depending on your idle time. Well, the computer tells it to turn on and off. It doesn't do it itself, but when it's completely cooled down, especially if it's cool in the room, like 60 degrees or so, it'll take a couple minutes to power back up, and that's basically those capacitors not doing their job very well, and so it takes longer to build up the charge that it needs to kick something on. I don't know exactly what they do. I mean, I know what capacitors do. I don't know exactly how they're involved in the power on process, but basically the capacitor builds up a charge, and if they're not able to build up a charge properly, then that's a problem. Got an ancient seed. I've already had ancient seeds. That's right. Yeah, my forest is getting going. Pretty decent. So, so that's been a real problem. If you look it up online, you'll find all kinds of people talking about it. The good thing about it is that it's fairly easy to fix. It's fairly easy to replace the capacitors if you can figure out that they need to be replaced. It's fairly easy to do, and they're cheap. So I was looking at this, and unfortunately on this TV I couldn't actually see that the capacitors tend to, as they get bad, they tend to bulge up. The tops of them kind of bulge up, and then they can eventually burst if they get bad enough. And these weren't really even bulging up that you could see, so I was like, well, I can't really tell that they're bad. But I also did some testing on them with a multi-tester that kind of seemed like it was indicating that a couple of them were bad. It's just hard to tell. Let's see, craft that seed. So anyway, so I got to get some new capacitors for this TV, and I've also got my old computer, the one I used before this one, that I replaced when I could tell capacitors on its motherboard were starting to bulge, and it was getting to where sometimes it didn't want to turn on. So I thought, well, I get that. I'll get that out. I'll figure out what capacitors it needs, and maybe it'll need some of the same ones. I could buy them in a bundle, because sometimes you can get like 20 of one type for like $3 or something like that. It's the more of you buy, the cheaper it's going to be, of course. And I already checked that, didn't I? What is the weather tomorrow? So let's see, Pam's birthday. Yeah, Pam's birthday tomorrow. So maybe I'll go to the desert if I can get my chores done fast enough. I give Pam a birthday beer and then go on to the desert. Sounds like a good plan. So anyway, so I get that motherboard out. I'm looking at it, and like, this thing has got like 20 bulging capacitors on it. The TV had like 8 capacitors total, and it looked like there were maybe 2 that looked bad, and I'm going to replace 4 of them. And I get to look at this computer motherboard, and like, good grief, there's like 20 of them on here at least that are clearly bulging. Like, it's a wonder this thing was working. Although I did keep running it for quite a while after I stopped using it. I just set it up as a backup system, so it did get worse, but like, good grief. So I don't know, that's going to take a stack of them to do that one. It's going to be a long soldering project, but it's not hard to do. It's just tedious and it's just something you got to be careful with. You don't want to hit the wrong thing or overheat something. It's just kind of slow work. Come on. And there's my truffle oil. I want to sell. So anyway, I'm not sure why I told that story, but basically just that, got any rabbit's feet in here yet? No. Where's my rabbit's foot, damn it? That's another project I've got going on. It's fixing a TV. It wouldn't hurt to do the same in this monitor, but I do worry about damaging something when I don't need to. Well, right now it just takes a little longer to pack. And the thing is, once it's warm, it doesn't take that long. So if it's just been idled down for 10 minutes, then it comes right back on. It's just after it gets cooled down, especially overnight, that's when it takes a while to come up. Well, I don't know if that's really good enough reason to go at it with the soldering iron yet. I'm not like a pro electronics guy. I'm able to do it, but not like I've had tons of practice at it. Yay, a chicken statue. Can't get enough chicken statues. It's almost time. Must be out there. Yeah, here's all the stuff for going mining. Let's see, let's take this inside and convert it. Okay, oh, Pam needs a beer. Or an ale. Like pale ale is her favorite. She also likes some parsnips. If you want to give her something that's not alcohol, because Penny's, trying to keep her from drinking, then you give her a parsnip. Or a parsnip meal. Ooh, we're all the way up to 8. Now get on the bus, lady. Let's see. There. Alright, we're all good. Come on. I slowed her down, talking to her. You can actually make Pam get there faster by going to her trailer in the morning and waiting outside in her way, because when you get in people's way and just stand there, they'll kind of get confused for a second, and then they'll run through you, and then they'll keep running. And so then she'll get to the bus faster because she's running. It gains you like 20 minutes or so. It's not a big deal, but gets you a little more time in the desert. Picking these things up is kind of silly. It just takes up space in here. Takes up space in your inventory, but at least now that I'm the master forager or whatever, they only take up 1 space each, since I'm not going to find any that aren't the best quality. I don't have the top-notch sword for coming here, but maybe I'll find it here. Oh crap, damn things. See, these are the guys that are going to be tough to fight off without the better sword. At least a multitude of them at once. Jeez Louise, that killed me already. Escape. Run. Frick, got on the wrong side of these things. Shoot. I'm going to lose something out of my inventory. What am I going to lose? 4 items. No, I didn't lose my sword. What did I lose? Lost my bombs. And then, I don't know, other stuff I'd picked up. I don't know what it was. Well, that was lovely. That's nice. I could go back. I can still get, that's the funny thing, I can still get on the bus and go back again. But let's get Willie a dandelion instead. I'm just gonna need the better sword before I'm gonna survive very long in that dungeon. So where's my horse? Didn't I leave my horse here? Maybe I didn't bring him. Because I was only going right there. I guess I didn't bring him. Alright. Guess that's where I was keeping those. Get rid of the cheaper ones. The lesser ones, or however you want to look at it. Maybe I should go fishing. That's not as dangerous. Well, a lot of times I would have been fine. It's just this particular time, right there on the very first level, I get a swarm, and wasn't even prepared for it. Oh, need a dandelion for Willie. I forgot. Dandelion. Go see if he's in his office. Talk to Lewis yet? Uh-oh. Which one is this? Oh, this is the crab one. This one's just kind of weird. I'm not sure what the point of it is, but I guess there isn't really a point. It's just another cutscene as you reach a friendship level with somebody. In this case, Willie, I guess. I didn't know if this was a Willie one or a Gus one, really, because Gus comes in. He's trying to raise mutant crabs or something. I guess we go around clubbing them all, and I don't know. Gus takes them and makes crab cakes out of them. I don't think Willie's stupid. I don't think he doesn't realize that the guy who owns the saloon is gonna make food out of the crabs. Like I said, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't totally get it. Hiding behind a bush. It's a school there now. Not. Or they're already out. I'm not sure. I think if they were out, they'd been standing right there. See if we got any cutscenes waiting here. There's one. That's the thing, you gotta go in places to kick these off, and sometimes I forget. I haven't been somewhere in a long time. So basically, I'm just gonna skip this, and it's whatever they are against dwarves. They've had a long-standing feud. And I think you help them make friends or something, I forget. Oh, there she is. Still at 9. Yes, I see the hint. Hint, hint, hint. This is the... Yeah, that's the one with, what's his name? Elliot. Although I'm not sure if it's a Gus cutscene or an Elliot cutscene, but anyway, it's... Elliot comes in and buys you a drink, and you both laugh. That's pretty much it. Any recipes I can buy? Nope. Nope. I already talked to Pam before we went on the bus, and now I'm already back, and then she comes back, so it's very confusing. See what's happening out of there. Let's see what's happening in here. Oh, already got the eggs, that's right. Check, make sure nothing's creeping up on my fruit trees. And we got some wheat cut. I guess I should get a, let's see, yeah, nothing there. So I guess I should get a mill built pretty soon. A mill lets you make flour out of wheat and sugar out of beets. I think that's all it does. And you can buy both of those things, but once you have a mill, you don't have to buy them. Actually, I don't need to be doing that. I'm almost at energy. Because I died earlier. Or almost died. Well, still no rain tomorrow. I need rain. So I got a reason to go to the mines. I guess I could just go to the regular mines instead of going to the desert. Let's see what I need. I want to make a lamp post for inside. Iron and battery. Might want to make more than one. Put it right there. There. Make it a lot easier to see in here. Let's do another one. Plant him right there. And one more while I'm at it. There. Now I'm going to see my way around in here. Sell some stuff. What if I make some more pickling jars? Whatever we call those. Preserves jars. Wood, stone, and coal. I've got the wood and stone for sure now. I got a decent amount of coal. Alright. It's unfortunate that you have to craft this kind of stuff one at a time. But let's see. Actually, you can turn that on. That's a source of light also, I guess. Could have just turned that on. Probably wouldn't need this one then. Yeah, it still helps. I don't think a fire like a fireplace makes as much light as one of these things. It seems. See if you turn that off. Let's see. Yeah, even standing right in the same position makes light further. Yeah, keep it. Nothing tomorrow. Alright, time to turn in. And time for me to take an intermission and be right back. Okay, back at it. I think I need to go mining today. I need one of those, see, I got nothing today. I need one of those multicolored rocks, whatever they're called. That's what I was trying to do. The prismatic shard, that's what it's called. I need one of those. Now it's going to rain tomorrow. I need one of those to get the really good sword. Pam's recipe. Once I have the really good sword, I'll be a lot better off in the desert mines. That. Hey, some fruits. Still looking for an apple. I guess I'll get an apple in the summer off of one of these trees, whichever one's the apple tree. Ah. Milk pan is inside. Oh, I'm out of hay again. Work is never done. Alright, what do I got to plant here? 9 days left, so yeah, could plant a couple of strawberries, kale, and parsnips. Okay, I gotta check their hay, that's right. I knew there was something else I needed to do. Still no rabbit's foot. I guess I should stick something in the incubator unless I'm going to go buy a rabbit. You can't incubate a rabbit. Oops. Put the eggs in there. Maybe that's what I should do. Go buy a rabbit so I get rabbit's feet. Or get a rabbit's foot sooner. That seems like a good plan. Get the watering done first. I got an interesting proposition the other day that I've got to take care of tomorrow. I've got a guy that wants me to teach 6502 programming to him and his brother, and some sort of a one-on-one online tutoring thing, like I guess pair programming, which I've never done, but you can set up to where somebody else can sort of see what you're doing on your computer live, but not like streaming, more like they're actually logged in and watching your thing. missed a spot when I was planning. There we go. And they want to pay me for it. That's the important part. So that's interesting. I might be able to turn that into an actual classroom type of thing. You know what? I'm going to go back to the desert mines. It doesn't have to be that dangerous every time, and I don't have to be that caught off my guard and get killed immediately. Anyway, say hi to Pam. That's right, we're up to 8. Yes, sure, why not? There are some artifacts here in the desert that you can. There are some artifacts that you can only find here in the desert too. So that's another reason to come here. Hey, so that's what I need. I need geodes, because sooner or later one of them will have the thing I need. It's just nasty little bastards. Ghosts aren't so bad. The ghosts are no big deal. It's that sucker that'll get you. Gotta be careful you don't try to eat while you're standing too close to a stairway. You'll take the stairway instead. What happens when one button is overloaded. Do multiple things. I do have a quest from Mr. Key, or whatever his name is, to... Jeez Louise. To get to level 25, but I don't think that's going to happen today, so... some health back. I don't have any bombs, which is not a good thing down here. You really make a lot of progress. You need bombs. Cracking these things one at a time is just too slow. As you can see, as I'm now demonstrating. Try to keep them out at the point of your sword, but it's... timing is tricky. There comes another one. Sounds like another one. like I said, slow going. And this is a spiral shaped one, so I might as well be cracking rocks, because I don't really want to get all the way to the center of this one and then have a swarm come or something and get killed. I'd rather stay closer to the outside of it so I can run for it if I have to. These things are annoying. You can't actually hurt them. You just gotta get past them. Even bombs don't touch them. I hear a bad guy coming. There he is. Sometimes, I don't know, that sound, they definitely make that sound when they first take off and come, but sometimes it seems like they make it when they die too, and I can't really tell if that's the case. But that's how to get him stuck behind a rock. Couldn't hear that one. I think it's because he was already coming. Jeez Louise. Just one of them, though. Knocked me down 3/4. Get out of this spiral. Nope. Come on, guy. There you go. Come over here and get me while the slimes are too far away. Purple slimes are pretty tough. Oh, damn it. I do not want to fight slimes and flying guys at the same time. Let's get the flying guy taken care of. And then... oh, come on. Where'd he go? Try to get down here below everything. Where'd he go? You got to worry about. You get a bunch of these guys, and then all of a sudden you get a flying guy too. Come on now. Man, that's tough. Once they slime you, it's hard to move. And then walk right into him, slime myself. That's good. I know there's a flying guy around here because I freaking saw him. He's just like swirling around out there somewhere. Too bad the monsters don't attack each other. That's what you need, like a charm monster spell. You could charm one and send it after the other ones. There he is. He's just lurking over there. Here he comes. little bastards up against the wall. That's the only way to deal with them. I want to get under you so I can get you up against the darn rocks. Because it never works to come from the north. It didn't work very well anyway, not for me. Well, if I had a bomb, that'd be a prime spot for it. Oh, I have a bomb. Exactly one. Got a geode out of it at least. Going on down here. And we got a slime in the corner. Come on now. I get where you can get me, but I can't get you. It's just freaking tricky sometimes. Get you out of there. Ah. Yes, yes. Just don't lose my... Just so I didn't lose my... I did. I lost the geodes, I figures. Lost the most valuable thing I had. The thing I went there to get, basically. Lovely. Alright. Oh well. What did I get out of the trip then? Got some gems, chunk of iridium. Not a total waste. Yeah, that sucked. I should have got out. Well, I shouldn't have been going up against 3 slimes at once. Is what I should have been. Go hit the dwarf here. Give him this dwarf scroll. we can become buddies. Well, I was just thinking about how tomorrow I would go get my geodes cracked. I won't be doing that. Sell that. Those. That in there. That in there. That in there. Some coal. That. I'll leave that there to sell later. I guess tomorrow, what am I going to do tomorrow? I was going to go get geodes cracked, but I'm not going to be doing that now, so I guess I might as well go mining. I'm just going to stay in the local mines, though. So I'll leave that there. Yeah, I'll take that with me, just in case. It's going to be raining, so I don't have to water anything in the morning. Alright, well, we'll just see what's what in the morning. I don't know if there's going to be anything ready to pick or any of that kind of thing. Tomorrow will be Shane's birthday if I happen to run into Shane. So as I said, it's warmer. We've got a warm spell going, and just hoping we get a little dry weather to dry out the garden. Next weekend I've got plans to pick up a bunch of straw bales that are around the house right now for insulation for the winter. And I'm going to pick those up. I'll have probably, sounds like about 20 of them to put on the garden for mulch, which would be a really good start. It's always in the wrong place. Yeah, not really always, but frequently in the wrong place. I guess I should harvest some hay soon when I use up all the hay I've got and stored away here. That. Okay, anything to pick? Rhubarbs, green beans. flowers. Still got time for potatoes. Still got time, don't have time for rhubarb. I do have time for tulips. I guess I could get a few more tulips. Let's see. There's a couple over here. Yeah. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright, off to the easy mines, not the hard mines. Go buy some bombs. There. That should speed things up a bit if we run into any clumps. I'm going to go right on down to level 80. I'm looking for a prismatic shard is what I'm looking for, which is most likely going to be found in an omnigeode. There's a place where I drop a bomb and I think clear out a pretty good area. Yeah. Don't really get much, but it's considerably faster than chopping through every rock. Still wanted to come over here and look around. Oh, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to be getting probably about 20 straw bales, and then that'll get started at least one whole patch mulched. I want to do a lot of mulching this year. Cut down on how much weeds have to be dealt with, because that's just so time consuming. Don't really have the manpower to handle that all the time. So I do a lot of mulching, especially for early potatoes and later on for squash, tomatoes, that kind of stuff. It just works a lot better. So I figure once I do that, like say if it doesn't rain this week, if we can get through this week without rain, and get that straw to mulch with, then should be planting a lot of stuff next week. Really, a lot of early stuff, radishes and carrots, possibly potatoes. You could plant anytime after St. Patrick's Day, basically. Plant potatoes, turnips, lettuce, Swiss chard. So all the cool weather stuff. Could start cabbages and broccoli and stuff too. I don't have those seeds yet, but I'll have to either pick them up somewhere or get them ordered here pretty soon. Between the cold and the wet, it hasn't really felt like spring yet. You get a few warm days, all of a sudden you feel like you're getting behind. Getting some stuff started inside too. If I pick up some tomato seed, they could be getting started inside. Same way with late cabbage and things like that. Not having any trouble with these critters. Few geodes down here, not the omni kind though. I don't know the prismatic shard that I need. I don't know if I can get it from just any geode or if it has to come from the omni geodes. That I don't know. Curse wear off. Diamond, that never hurts. Bad squeak. Another bat. Yo, what, are they gonna kill me now too? These stupid things? Jeez, they just about did. Man, oh man. The problem is you're swinging your sword as fast as you can to try to kill them. And you just can't turn and move while you're swinging your sword. And then, so you have to time it where you stop swinging just long enough to move, and then you can't do that once they slime you. That throws off your timing. You can't move fast enough to do it then. So it feels like it feels like you're stuck. Like you just can't move at all, and that's not really true. It's just you have to stop longer. You have to stop swinging longer. You would have to stop swinging longer, and that's hard to do when you're trying to fight things off. So just so that's how they get you. Looks like a pretty good spot for a bomb over here. There's another good spot for a bomb. Haven't found as many geodes as I would like. Maybe I should have gone to the ice levels, level 40. Because I think you can, like 1 in 1,000 times, get a prismatic shard out of those crystals that are on those levels. But I don't know, the odds aren't very good. I'll run down through here. This one won't take long because there's never very much in one of these. Railroad level, or whatever you want to call it. That's what I think of it as. The railroad level pattern. One of these guys. I haven't seen one of them in a while. Alright, let's just head on home. Let's go give a dwarf a scroll first. Still barely acquaintances. That wasn't the most productive trip, but it was something. Time's almost up. Let's see, give him the coal. Sell the diamond. Alright, head on in. Come on. Alright. What is a diamond worth anyway? $7.50 a piece, I guess. Alright, well, that was day 20, so that's going to be it for tonight. Got 4 days in. We're getting closer to spring being over, so that'll do it. So I will thank you for watching, and have a good day.